What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and today I have finally hit Diamond level 100. I hit it tonight on stream, and so I had the final packs that you're going to open at level 99 for the game. I'm going to tell you guys the best way, in my opinion, to get up to this level as well, and this is also going to take a lot of playing the game. There's no quick way to get there. You're going to have to play the game a lot. For me, I stream at twitch.tv/MovieGamingTV, and I make YouTube content, so I am playing this game all the time, almost as a second job. So I play this game a ton, but I love to play it, and I love to stream, and I love to make YouTube content. So for me, it is a lot of fun along the way. But what we're going to do in this video is we're also going to talk about which cards you should take along the way. In my opinion, especially after this patch, I can show you throughout the entire XP reward path which cards you should take at which time. So be sure to stick around for that. So basically, on the XP reward path, the very end of it, you guys can see you don't just take one card. They actually give you two packs at the very end. I thought at the very end it would be one pack that contained both of the players, but it's actually two packs at the end, so that's kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and open those packs. So the last two cards that I have to take are Duke Snider and Brooks Robinson. I'm going to go ahead and take Brooks Robinson in this one, and then in the other one, I will go ahead. It's kind of dangerous because, you don't want to accidentally misclick and hit the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and take Duke Snider as well. And at the very end of the video, I'll show you guys how I'm going to do my lineup. So first things first, let's go through the XP reward path. And this is the route that I would take these cards. First of all, out of these player choice 30s, if it'll show these, the best card in this entire set by far, in my opinion, is this Chipper Jones. He can pinch hit for you on an elite level. Excellent swing. One of the best swings of the game. In my opinion, number 2 best swing of the game. If you guys haven't seen my creative player stance video with the OP creative player swing, be sure to check that out. But this is number 2 on the list of best swings in the game. I promise you, man, like, he's hitting 444 for me, and he pinch hits all the time for me in big-time legend games. He's excellent card. So in my opinion, this is the best card in this pack. I'd almost choose him every time. If you don't choose him to either keep or sell, I would choose, like, just Tom Seaver's a good one to pick. And also a good one to pick is maybe like the Buster Posey. Just see which ones are selling the most, because this is going to change over time, as the market changes when we go through the time. But I would honestly think like Chipper Jones is always worth it to pick in this situation, and he's always going to be a good card in your team. So this is the one I recommend that you guys pick. Now for these, this is a very highly asked question. Which one do you pick out of these? And as you go through this entire XP reward path, you get all of these cards for free. You just have to go through the XP reward path to get there. Here's the order of how I would take these cards. I would take this Kershaw, best pitcher in the game. Definitely take him with your first pick. With your second pick, I would take Nolan Ryan, one of the best pitchers in the game, 109, 125. He's very good. I'm 32-11 with him. He's very good. For the next pick, I would take this Trevor Hoffman. I know it's a lot of pitching to take it first, but he's an excellent bullpen pitcher, extremely accurate, great changeup, great per nines. It's very difficult to find accuracy out of the pen. The circle change is great. The four seam is great. The slider is great. He can control all of his pitches. He has a great throwing motion, very easy to control. I would pick Trevor Hoffman third. Okay, out of all these, then I would pick Jason Giambi, especially post-patch. Unbelievable pinch hitter. I can show you guys my stats of him. He has 11 home runs and 49 plate appearances with a 378 batting average. He's an absolute freak. You're gonna want to pinch hit him versus a right-handed pitcher. 103, 121, 74 vision. He's won tons of games for me, coming off the bench and hitting home runs, at least 4 or 5. He's responsible for getting that win. Next, I would take Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro is an extremely good card. You can play him anywhere in your outfield defensively. I recommend you put him in one of the corners, but he's not a bad outfielder in center field. He's probably the best defensive outfielder in the game. His arm is unreal. It is absolutely unreal. He can throw kind of like on the run and throw runners out and get outfield assists. He's unreal. His contact versus right with that 113 vision is unreal. He can be the leadoff hitter for your team. He can bat eighth for your team. Whatever you really need, you can use him as a pinch hitter. He's not too bad at hitting left-handed pitching with the 93 and the 113 vision. He's not going to hit a lot of bombs, but he is going to put the ball in play and be an excellent defender. He can definitely be an asset for your team. And if you have to take any of these cards out of order just because you need to improve your team, you might need an outfielder or a first baseman or something like that, feel free to do that as well. This is just like how I would rank all of these cards in importance. Now, the rest of these cards, I would probably rank Matt Kemp next, 94, 104, 80, 99. He does have low vision, but he's going to smash the ball on the lower ranks, the 500 to 700 range. He's going to be a masher because his vision will be up for you. It will be a bigger vision card. Mashes left-handed pitching, has a good swing window. It's very open. It's a very good swing. I like Matt Kemp a lot. I'm never going to forget when Matt Kemp got me to the World Series division in MLB 16. So I like that Matt Kemp. This Trammell has a lot of vision, doesn't have a lot of power. He's got pretty good defense. He's just kind of slow at the shortstop position. I'd recommend you go do the team affinity for the Mets and get Jose Reyes if you really need a shortstop, or make a creative player shortstop, make him either power or balanced with how the patch is playing. I would make one of those two. You can make contact as well. There's really no wrong answer there. I use the power one myself because I'm able to put the PCI in the ball and hit home runs, and I have a lot of like high powered diamond equipment. I wouldn't necessarily rate any of these cards, Trammell, Kiner, and Kiner's got a lot of power, but he doesn't. I don't know. I really haven't tried this card out. The reason is because mostly when you pinch hit, you don't want to pinch hit like a right on right, which is his advantage with the 88 contact and the 116 power. Has pretty good vision. His defense is not good enough to play in the outfield at all, so he would have to be a bench bat for you. And then the Johnny Bench, as far as catchers go, 70, 67, 84, 110 power versus left, 82 vision, good defense. I just think there's some better catchers in the game to get. I know he can play all over the diamond, but he is pretty slow. I'm a big fan of Johnny Bench IRL, but just in this game, I'm not really. I think better catchers to go for would be, first of all, Gary Sanchez is very good. I would go after. I use Pudge Rodriguez. Obviously, if you do the entire collection, it is worth it to get Pudge. There's Brian McCann. There's a host of other players that you could get. There's the new Yadi Molina. There'll be Mike Piazza later down the line, Signature Series. I'm trying to think of that. Buster Posey is not bad either. You could try that out, that Buster Posey, if you would like. Just to go over this one more time, I would go Kershaw, Ryan, Hoffman, get all the Signature Series first, then get Giambi for your bench, then get Suzuki to help you out in the outfield, then get Kemp, and then honestly get these other three in any order that you would prefer. You can go ahead and get them in any other order. As far as these cards, the big cards, I could go over these as well. And these, I always take Kyle Hendricks. And we can't see the second round, but I always take Kyle Hendricks and Santiago, because Santiago, the catcher, is a pretty good one to sell. He's kind of a popular card in the lower tier and with more budget teams. And then Hendricks is really good because he feeds into the team affinities. And I'll probably make a video here soon explaining to you guys how to do team affinities really fast. That's what I always take out of that pick. And let's get to this pack right here. So what order should you choose these guys in? Now, all of these cards are really, really good. Duke got a lot better after the patch. The best card out of all of them is Tony Gwynn, just because he's a 5-star, 5-tool player. 125, 125, can hit bombs, can hit it in the gap, 125 vision. I don't know what it is about the power, but with the contact, he can hit bombs. He's got excellent fielding. He's got excellent speed. He is an in-game right fielder, so that's who I would choose with your first pick. With your second pick, I would pick Frank Thomas, and you could also take him with the first pick if you really need a first baseman. 111, 125, 107, 125, 108 vision. His defense is low, but at first base, it's all about just knocking it down. He plays above his stats on defense for the most part, and he's a big target at 6'5", so like he can kind of catch line drives pretty well. And the 49 speed really isn't that bad on a first baseman. It's pretty solid. Probably, I think you could argue this is the best hitting card in an entire game, especially versus left-handed pitching. He's dangerous. I think I'm hitting 345 with him with 70 home runs, so he's an excellent card. I can show you my stats with Gwynn as well. 32 home runs, 365, and I mean he's got a lot of plate appearances, over 1,000 plate appearances, so he's been excellent as well, and he's fast too. You guys can see he has 88 stolen bases right behind my head, so he's really, really fast. Now with the third pick, I ended up taking Joe Morgan. He's on my bench now because I used the Roberto Alomar from the third inning program, and Roberto doesn't have a lot of pop, but he hits a lot of base hits and plays excellent defense. I really like this card, but I really like using him now off my bench as a pinch hitter. I use Giambi first, and then I use Morgan versus right-handed pitching because you guys can see over on the right side of the screen, Morgan has 94 speed, 99 stealing, so he's a great pinch runner with a lot of pop. I do hit really well with him. I mean, 336 with 20 home runs. I do hit really well with him. But I think at this point you can either take Joe Morgan if you need a second baseman, or after the patch with power getting the boost that it got, Duke Snider's an absolute beast. So for 3 or 4, take these two cards. 115, 110 power is lethal. He's very, very dangerous to pitch to. The only thing I really don't like about him, when people ask Snider versus Gwynn, I always say Gwynn because the defense and the speed. It's only 85 fielding. He doesn't really have a cannon for an arm. He only has 74 speed. So this is most likely on a super deep team going to be a bench bat, but he also could be a really, really good player on a budget team, a really good player, solid player. I would stick him in left field just so you can minimize the impact of his defense. So I'd put him in left. And finally, we have Brooks Robinson, who's really, really good. 97, 105, still has 125 vision, has decent power, 99 fielding, 97 arm strength, 99 arm accuracy and reaction. That can be really important because there's a lot of people that can pull base hits down the third base line, and he's going to absolutely shut that down. The reason for me I have him in the 5th spot is because I like to play Rogers Hornsby at third base, but I'm probably going to stick with this card on my team. Because I'm going to use him as a defensive replacement for Hornsby late in the game. The 49 speed I'm also not in love with. If this card had like 75 speed, I would rate this card a lot higher just because, he's going to be quicker to score. You kind of have to hit the wall to get a double in this game. But I still think he's an excellent, excellent card at 99 overall. I'm excited to put him on my bench. It's going to be nice. I'm going to have 3 99s on the bench. We'll have to look at that at the end. So that's the order I would take these cards in. Gwynn, Thomas, either Duke or Morgan, depending on what you need, a second baseman or an outfielder. And then I would take Brooks last. But you really the most important thing that you guys take is I would take Duke and Frank first, and then fill in whatever you guys would like to get after that. They'll be pretty good decisions. They're obviously really, really good cards. I love the XP reward path this year, guys. This is my favorite thing I think they've ever added in a game. I have a super team myself, but I really feel for budget players as a content creator myself. I just like, I really need to have a good team to review cards. But I love that they made this game more free to play than it's ever been by far, and I'm a huge fan of that. So drop a like on the video if you guys are a huge fan of that, and hit the sub button. I'm a big fan of this, the fact that they did that. So you guys are probably wondering, how do you get a lot of XP in the game? What's the fastest way to get XP? Now, the first thing I would recommend that you guys do is do the collections. Do as many collections as you can, especially if you're going to play the game long term. Obviously, I've done all the team collections. A lot of them you can get done for cheaper. One thing with the collections also is like once you've collected the card, you can re-exchange them. So if they're no sell, silvers, bronzes, commons. You can take them in here and exchange them for more cards to kind of get your stubs back and keep recycling them so you can save stubs as you go along the way. And also there's a lot of other collections as well, ones that you can do especially collections like this as you get like different collections done, throwing cards that are, there's a lot of them like this Michael Franco that's already like no sell that you can just go ahead and put in there, and you will get XP from doing these. So I would really recommend that you guys do that. I actually didn't even know I had that card. I'm just going to go ahead and collect that card, I guess. But you guys can see what I mean. If you haven't checked these, be sure to go and check these. You might get a couple packs as well for doing them. So yeah, definitely go and check these collections. Get the collections done. You're going to get some of these cards from my conquest, some of these cards from doing affinities. So be sure to keep an eye on them. That's a really, really good way to get XP. Playing these conquests through gets you some decent XP as well, especially like they'll have, I don't know if I have the little missions now, but they'll have XP rewards and free packs along the way. So I've actually done all of these, mostly when I was sitting in the top 50 in ranked seasons, and I just was like needing, my rating was so high that I was just kind of trying to stay in the top 50 to unlock that banner. I went through all these. They're pretty fun to do, honestly. They're just kind of like chill to do, and I enjoyed them. Now, the other thing you need to do a lot of is you need to play ranked seasons and get your rank up. Because as you guys can see, you get 500 XP, 3,500, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, 30,000 from making World Series. 25,000, 25,000, and 30,000. If you can go up even higher than that, you're going to get a ton of XP. And if you're able to make the World Series, they will start you back right here in the wild card division at 1,500, or at 600, I should say. And you're going to get all of this XP building up there, and you can get that every season. That's huge for getting XP. Plus, when you're playing these games, especially if you're winning these games and doing well, you're going to get a lot of XP from playing these games and winning these games. It's, in my opinion, it's just the best way to get XP. Is just playing ranked seasons games. You're going to knock out a lot of XP for doing that. So finally, let's go into my team. This is how I have my team set up. I guess I'm going to take out Vladimir Guerrero at this point, and I'm going to put in Duke Snider. I'm going to take out Mike Trout, and I'm going to put in Brooks Robinson. So we'll have those guys. And I'm telling you, man, that chipper is too good to take out. I'll probably just leave that chipper in for now. And that Giambi. So we're going to have 3 left-handed bats and kind of like 2 right-handed bats with Brooks Robinson plus the defensive replacement. I might platoon Ricky and Snyder, but the way I have this set up is I bat Ricky first, Alomar second, and Gwynn third, so I have all my speed at the top. Then I have all my power with Frank Thomas, my power hitting shortstop, and Willie Mays. And then I have Hornsby and I have Willie Mays down here too to kill. Like, I needed a spark at the bottom of my lineup, so it wasn't like super hard to go at the top, but then it was easier to go down through these later. So he can kind of get on for these 2 players and still Pudge. And I'd like to bat Hornsby in the A spot over Pudge. Hornsby's a better hitter than Pudge, but I like to bat Hornsby in this spot just because he's faster. So if I need a sack bump with the pitcher, they can't double me up as easily. So I'll probably play him at third for now, and then I can bring in Brooks Robinson to defensive replace. If you guys want to see my pitchers, I can go through that really quick too. I use Kershaw, Verlander, Greinke, Bumgarner, and Nolan Ryan. In the bullpen, I use Josh Hader, Rob Nin, Gossage, Chapman, best left-handed pitcher in the game from the bullpen perspective. Roley and Hoffman are my guys because they're extremely, extremely accurate. And then I use Rob Dibble, in my opinion, the hardest pitcher to hit in the game, as my closer. He's excellent. So I hope this video helped you guys out. This is pretty much, it feels good to get to level 100 diamond. I guess it took from March till now, so it was a fun ride. I really just shout out to MLB The Show. I love the XP reward path. I think it's awesome. I hope they never take it out of the game. If you guys need other XP as well, You know, you can always check out moments and do some of the moments as well. There's XP rewards in there as well, you know, so you can check that out. If you guys liked the video, drop a like on the video. I'd appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if you would like. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. If you guys want to see me play the game live, I stream on Twitch almost every single night. You just search for Movie Gaming TV. I'm a Twitch partner on there. And if you guys need me for anything else, just hit me up at Movie Gaming TV on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a great day. Peace.